is, I mean,
and a 50 cal. Peanut butter. Cheers, dude.
this is the Legacy Safety and Security Level 3 plate that we took to the range to try and put some holes in it. It's rated level 3, so it's only rated up to a 223, but it's quite amazing how much it's taken, to be honest. I mean, I think so anyway. But
I watched the video on it. I got a question though. Why were you shooting at 5 meters?
yeah, so all the other videos that we've seen before we were given this thing to test, everyone's testing them at sort of 15 to 20 meters away for like more of the American side law enforcement and things like that. So we thought there's plenty of videos out there of these plates being battered with all sorts of different calibers at 15 plus meters or 15 meters or 17 yards, whatever they were saying. So we thought, well, we'll see what it's like in a CQB sort of environment at 5 meters, and go from there. So this thing has taken quite a few.
I watched the video of it.
Yeah, so
I wasn't there for some strange reason.
No.
But I've watched the video. I'm amazed.
Yeah,
I want to see what's in there.
We started off with a 9mm at 10 meters, and then went to 5 meters. Both stopped it pretty straight. We got like slight disfigure in the back, a bulge, but you wouldn't have even noticed it. You wouldn't.
Delaminating going on or something.
It's delaminated, yeah. It's definitely delaminated in the middle because it's basically a chopping board, essentially, but with some more science in there. I'm sure Legacy are bound to comment and say, actually, they're made of all sorts of composite material.
It's a chopping board, guys.
There is some scientific to it. We're just the guys that shoot. Yeah, so we hit it with a 9mm. It didn't do much at all. We hit it with 223 rounds, so just standard NATO rounds at 5 meters, 10 meters, and then 5 meters, single shot and double shots. And again, stopped it, bit of disforming, and then we kept hammering it. So we put some full auto rounds straight into it at 5 meters, all within this 2.5 inch circle here. So every single one of the rounds is hit. Well, other than 2 that are just there, one there and one there. They were all here, and we did finally get a penetration. So we got 2 tiny little holes.
After how many rounds?
That they were the last ones during the full auto. So we put 4 9mm. We put 4 223 rounds all in that same center, and then we'd put 7 rounds of 223. And in the video, you can see which rounds went through, because as you see the slow-mo.
Funny, that's a lot of rounds.
It is, and you know, realistically speaking, I don't know of many people that have been in environments or had experiences where they've been hit at 5 meters 15 times, you know, yeah. And even then, unlucky you if you're in that position as it is. But overall, I think it held up. It's definitely held up to what it's rated for, if not a bit more.
It's not heavy.
No.
Really, it's not heavy at all.
No, if you compare them to the level 4s and the ceramics that we've got, these things are really lightweight, and I think they're a great alternative to environments where you don't want the weight, but you're also don't want to be unprotected completely. You know, if you're focused on pistol threats, maybe carbine threats, 223 rounds and 5.56, then this is good enough. Yeah. You know, it's good enough, and it's nowhere near as heavy as a ceramic level 4. I'll have to get you the details on how heavy it actually is, but
are we going to be cutting it open?
Yeah, so we're going to cut it open. We're going to have a look what it looks like inside, which will be, I think, kind of cool, to be honest. But I don't know, do we cut it from the back or the front first?
I think you go from the front, but I think before you cut it, everyone needs to make a decision at home. How many rounds are we going to find? Any? How many?
What, full rounds?
Full rounds.
None. I don't think so.
Think
not in piece. They'll be deformed.
Different rounds.
We know how many rounds there's in there, because we can count how many holes there is.
Yeah. How many is still in? How many come out?
Well, only 2 have come out by the looks of that.
Bounce back out? Or...
Okay, we'll find out. We're not ballistic experts, clearly, but it'll be nice to see. So, yeah, so the front, I reckon we...
Start on the front.
Or should we split it? Just open it. And then we can sort of then dissect
it off.
Maybe we should do that first, because there's not much... You can sort of see there's not much deformation here, and it's still hard. That's another surprising thing. It's still really, you can sort of hear.
So we get some close-ups for you to see too. Yeah. So show me the holes.
So these are the 9mm holes. Yeah, these ones, I think, God, it's hard to tell actually. These littler ones are the 223 for sure. That could be a 9mm. That was definitely a 9mm. And so was this one just here. And then these two, and then in the back, you can sort, I don't know if you can see on the video, the sort of deformation that there is.
Yeah, stick it up on the side and I'll move the camera. Yeah.
But there's 2 holes, so you got one here. I think that's a clean hole. So I feel potentially.
Yeah, looks like it.
And that one is there. But yeah, it's sold it. Cool.
Okay.
Right. So, what do you reckon? Cut it this
Cut
way.
it top and peel it off.
Yeah.
A big reveal. Yeah, because you're not going to mark the front surface then.
No. Right. So we'll get it. We'll go from sort of down here.
1 sec. Is this recording?
There you go. Oh. It is now.
Stop. Oh yeah, it's going.
I can feel the fibers on the inside have come all weird. So.
Oh, you're ripping that whole thing apart. Can you pull the cover off?
I've got now, so I can definitely see a load of the bits inside. So I don't know if you can see that.
It doesn't look like plastic then.
Mad, isn't it? Material. Loads and loads of layers and layers and layers.
Yeah.
Of it. Well, we won't go too far there then, but you can see where the rounds.
Yeah, they're in there.
More penetrated. So we're taking the front off. You can't see anything there, but let's have a look at the. We'll do like an X. And just open the front layer.
Yeah.
The top layer maybe. Doesn't seem like I can see much here either. Yeah, there's not a lot to really see. It's just sort of done its job. It's not, you know, that's quite clear that there's 2 holes, so you can sort of see here where the rounds. I am a surgeon. Sort of come up that one. That one there is quite obvious. Okay, cool. And that one. So that's what it looks like. We split the back. Don't want to destroy it too much, and there's no shrapnel inside here at all whatsoever.
It's done a really good job.
Yeah, I think it has.
Most of those rounds are still in the middle. They've not made it past the middle.
And the 2 holes there, split the edges where I can feel where the 2 sort of big trauma bits have been taken out, and I think what looks like, I don't know, 1 or 2 layers in the front looks. It's like layer after layer of this composite stuff. That's a 223 round there. So it sort of, don't know if you can see that very well. But let's see if we can get a piece of lead out of it. But it all seems to be sort of right collected together. So we've got,
shake it.
It's stuck to all the fibers. There's a piece of 9mm. Oh, there's a really big piece. That's a 9mm. Is it? No, 223. Bits of lead falling out left, right, and centre. What can we see? Whoa, there's a really big. It's funny because we've got lead that's sort of in this area here, but the hole's there.
Yeah.
Because that piece of lead's just where my tip of my finger is, just here. I can touch it, so I can feel it here. But the rats, it's gone in and like
deformed
its way. And I'll try to see if I can get that
trajectory.
big piece. Let's go back a level. No, so it's got stuck. It's gone through these first parts. Hasn't gone through this piece because it's bulging here. I can feel it just here. Oh, there's a piece down there. There's pieces everywhere. It truly has this, destroyed. I think I might push it through. Is it that piece I'm trying to get?
I think we need another one of these. Take it out and shoot it with an AK.
Yeah. It's just lots of little pieces now. Yeah, you can see the trauma through these first couple of layers. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of layers, really. They're very, there must be only how thick's that? A couple of mil?
That's not a lot at all, is it?
A couple of mil thick, and it's stopped through maybe 3 or 4 pieces. But I'm trying to find, quite a big piece, but there isn't many. All this is just the copper casings, and that's the biggest piece, I think, so far. One of the biggest pieces. The lead cores are all mangled.
Looks like a lot of the lead has gone to almost like dust.
Yeah. But there's not a lot back here in these last few ones, there's a couple here. All these fibres. Yeah, there's not a lot back there now. The ones that went through. There's no spalling in these last few. It's just all in these first 2 to 3.
But where are they, so where they've come out, where do they line up with the main trauma? As they come through the existing holes?
Well, that's the thing. So they've come through because after what we did, after we hit this with the full auto, I think it was 7 rounds full auto, all in here. We then shot it again. We went back to 10 meters. It is on one of the videos. And we hit it again. And I think it was these 2 here. So one was still in the center, but the 2 that went through was this one and this one here. So, it'll stop multiple rounds. But like anything, you hit it in the same spot over and over again. You're going to compromise it.
Well, yeah.
You're going to compromise it. Of course you are.
I think it's done well.
I think it's done extremely well. You can see sort of the damages. Well, some of it really is like dust as well, like really fine bits of dust. Nice, clean hole. Some parts, but yeah,
It is. Well,
overall, that's quite impressive.
it's my birthday next week. Just saying.
What do you want to get? You get your plate. Happy birthday. Yeah, don't think there's much else we can really do to that now, but no. Overall, then I think it did really, really well. I think it did.
I think it's done incredibly well. I'm amazed at how it's made. I've never actually opened one up before. Yeah, I trust it.
Absolutely. In the environments that they're sort of rated for, I think, you can absolutely trust it. It's a level 3. They Legacy Armour do 3+ and 4s and stuff, but we specifically wanted to test the number 3.
It's the 4 ceramic.
Will 4 be ceramic? Yeah. And there's loads of different ways that people make these things, but it's interesting because I had in my head, again, I'm not an armour specialist. We don't make this sort of stuff, so I don't know the ins and outs of these things, but I was under the impression that you know, it was basically one thick piece of plastic.
Yeah, well,
You know,
yeah.
basically in a type of plastic.
The way
Whereas
it's
this is
deformed kind of indicates that is, but it's not.
no.
It's made up of almost like hollow.
Well, you can almost guess
layers.
there's 2 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 of these like wafer thin bits of plasticky Kevlar, isn't it?
It
like
is.
glued together, fabric stuff, and it stopped the load of 223 rounds.
Clever.
Obviously, all of the 9mm, all within that bit. And again, I think it's important to understand that even though two rounds did make it through, that's after extensive trauma and compromisation of the plate in general, and at 5 meters, you know, with 223 and 5.56 rounds. So it's I think for general security and protection, I think it's great, especially when we're working in the UK or you work in other countries where, you know, firearms aren't exactly as common in day-to-day life, and we don't get shootings like the Wild West every day of our lives. So this stuff, if you want that extra security, that, you know, levels of threat are going up across the countries in the world, and, you know, things are a bit more available these days. So I think from
level 3 would do. However, if you think you're going to get shot more than 15 times at 5 meters, consider level 4.
Well, yeah, but it's like one of those things. So if you look at our armed police in general and stuff, you know, they don't put level 4 plates in their body armor.
Well, they're one plus.
Sometimes
2?
nothing. Sometimes in their plate carriers don't have much in there at all. Whereas, you know, they put them in depending on the risk. Whereas if you were to give them level 3s, some of them do have level 3s. Don't get me wrong, but if your choice was, well, I'm not wearing the level 4s because they're too heavy and I don't need to, well, at least you've got something, because these are a lot lighter than the level 4s.
So question, because I don't know much about the plates. Ceramic,
Yeah.
that says to me almost like dinner plate kind of material. Mm-hmm. So if you get shot with a ceramic one and it smashes, will it take multiple rounds?
Not normally, no. So again, from my understanding, I don't know about all of them, but I know some of the level 4s, they're not built for multiple impacts. Not like this anyway. You know, because imagine dropping a ceramic plate.
That's what I was thinking.
It shatters.
Yeah.
There is layers of Kevlar stuff and whatever other materials. I'm sure someone's bound to give us the comments and let us know what it is. But they're good for high caliber, but not multiple hits.
Right.
You know, so if you're in in an environment where you're going to be hit by 308 rounds at 150 meters away, or by AKs and stuff like that, level 4's probably your best bet if you're expecting one, maybe a couple of hits. But if you're day-to-day law enforcement and security agencies where you're dealing with close quarter stuff, you want the flexibility, you want the less weight to carry.
Yeah.
We also need the highest protection you can possible. People will always, there is people out there that will always go, I would always wear a level 4 just because it's safer, this and the other. And fair enough. But you know, what's nice to see is that the level 3s do a good job. You know, there's no doubt about it. It's not going to be a level 4, but it's not intended to be level 4.
No.
You know, but Legacy Armour do a level 4. And I think in general, they've surprised me because I'll be honest, we went out there with the sort of assumption that, you know, this could be like a Chinese copy style of it or something like that, and it might not have held up to the N.W.T.G.R standards, but it really did. I kind of wish we would have shot it with an AK now, but we didn't.
What
only
made you
because
think that, though, or gave you that? Because they're made in the States, aren't they? They're not made anywhere else.
I think so, yeah. I think so. I don't know. It's just, again...
Just rumours.
Rumours and stuff like that, you know. So I'm really glad that we got the opportunity to, you know, blast this thing. And
so are we going to get to test the level 4s?
Hopefully. We'll have to ask Legacy if they'll give us the level 4 to give that a test with some AK. But it'd be nice to compare, because we do get a lot of people, especially in the UK market, where they're like, oh, do I want level 3 or level 4? What's the price difference? What do I need? And, you know, if we can sit there and go, well, here's our version of the pros and cons, because what's funny is that when you get companies that want to go, oh, here's our product and here's our testing, obviously they're going to want it to look good. You know, we're not, you know, advocates for Legacy. We're not advocates for the Integris ones or Nexus, nothing like that. We're realistic. And at the end of the day, it did what it was intended to do. And we did it outside of the normal standards, where we did it at 5 meters. We did fully automatic in the same spot, and it held up. You know, we got 2 penetration rounds at the very end. And after that, we hit it again with 2.223, and it stopped it. So, you know, I can't argue that.
No.
I can't argue that, you know. And if anyone out there is in a world or an environment where you're expecting to be hit, you know, more than 10 times in a 2-inch circle, yeah, you're not very good at the job, or you shouldn't be there in the first place. So I think in general, they get a good thumbs up from me.
Yeah,
and definitely like to have a look at the level 4s and compare them, because sometimes it's not worth getting a level 4.
Again, as you said, it depends on the role and the threat, doesn't it? But
yeah.
I think for myself, level 3s would probably be better than a level 4 because they're lighter. And as you can see, I mean, for the kind of things we do, that will...
Yeah, when you're working on ranges as instructors and stuff like that, especially on the Section 5 ones that we run, and, you know, we have complete new people on courses. We've never had injuries or accidents. We've had nothing like that. But more from... you know, people that are on the course, if they come and they're like, because we do get people that are like, oh, do I need body protection and stuff like that? And the answer is no, but sometimes they do get a little bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? They get a bit of...
spooling?
No, like satisfaction in, like, not satisfaction, a bit of comfort in going, at least I've got something with the stranger that's next to me in case he decides to accidentally shoot me in the chest. No, it's going to ever happen, but...
No, but if you go on to work in any industry, then you probably would be wearing them. So it's nice to learn wearing them.
This would be really good for people that are in like the security industry in the UK and the police.
Police, I was going to say, police is perfect.
Because we don't come across AK-47s all the time. And if we do, there's very likely that there's an exchange of fire anyway. But definitely security people that are on like clubs and other private events and things like that, where there is a risk, and they want to have a little bit more than a stab-rated vest, but as well have, what if they do come across someone with a firearm and they decide, you know, whatever happens. You know, luckily for us, it doesn't happen that much in the UK, but people do want it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that do want the stuff just for their own security. Do you know what I mean? The what if days. People like you. I don't think this protects you against dogs.
No.
Do they make them for your neck and your arms? So if you're going to bite me, dog, bite me in the chest, please. But no, I think we'll finish the conversation there, and there's nothing really more we can really say other than it's a great product, you know, and the insides are proof in the pudding that it really did destroy. I mean, they're the biggest pieces. I mean, we found 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4.5 big pieces.
So how many people guessed more than 4?
I mean, they're not 4 pieces. It's still spalling and shrapnel.
Still 4 bullets.
But what I'm saying is, there's still best part of 10 rounds in there that's basically dust. You know, they're so small. I mean, it's just. I don't know if you can see that. It's just dust that comes out. So. Really has done a good job, and you know, it'd bloody hurt you like if you were hit that many times, because it has bowed quite a bit, but it's still saving your life.
So is this a new thing? We're going to test every product to destruction from now on.
If they pay for it, yeah. If they're willing to invest and give us this stuff to test, then yeah, we absolutely will. Because why not? Do you know what I mean? You know, I think it's one thing when companies are like, oh, this is good enough, but do you really want to put your life on that trust? Whereas, you know, if we try and advertise this stuff, it's like, you know, this stuff is worth its money. At least we've got our own non-paid, we're not like sponsored by them to give them this sort of review. Because at the end of the day, rounds did go through it.
Yeah,
it did, but it stopped 98% of it, and we overkilled it. I'm not saying that could never happen in real life. It, you know, could. But it's good shit. From
bring on the next product and a 50 cal.